Hi everyone, welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia, and today I have a tag video for you. My friend Kelly from Books I'm Not Reading tagged me in her Irish St. Patrick's Day tag, and so I am going to answer the questions. This is her second one. I don't know if I need to specify that or not. This is the second tag that she did, and it was created originally by Taylor from Book of Flicks, Taylor. And so I'm just going to go through the questions, and we are going to do a little tag video for St. Patrick's Day. All right, so the first prompt is your favorite green colored book or movie. And I don't know that I could come up with an all-time favorite, but I will say that I have one that I have read recently that I really enjoyed, and that is The Barnum Museum by Stephen Millhauser. I didn't realize until I found this book that Stephen Millhauser was a Pulitzer Prize winning author, but I picked this one up. It's a book of short stories, and I picked it up because one of my very favorite movies, The Illusionist, was based off of one of Stephen Millhauser's short stories. So I picked this up for that reason, and I wasn't disappointed with anything that I read in this book. There were some I liked better than others, but I wasn't disappointed with any of them. So we're gonna go with The Barnum Museum by Stephen Millhauser. Second prompt, your favorite St. Patrick's Day themed book or movie. I do not have one. I can't even think of a book that has St. Patrick's Day in it, but I will go with a favorite Irish movie. I have two, actually. I really love The Secret of Roan Inish, and so I could say that one. And then I also really enjoyed The Secret of the Kells, which is a few years newer than The Secret of Roan Inish, so we'll go with one of those. Corned Beef and Cabbage, third prompt, a movie that made, or a book that made you hungry. I always say the same thing for this, so I'm gonna try to come up with something different. And I will go with A Year in the World by Frances Mays. She chronicles her travels with her new husband in the book, and she goes around to different countries eating different kinds of cuisine. Prompt number 4 is for Leaf Clover, a book or item that was a rare good luck find. And last year, my husband and I went even further north in Idaho to stay at a little cabin out of the way. And we went into a town one of the days that we were there, and when I got to walk around a bookstore, and the only thing that I bought was this book, and it was on sale, and I could not believe that I found it, and that is The Complete Adventures of the Borrowers by Mary Norton. It's a lovely edition that they have put Mylar over the cover of, but it is not an ex-library copy. And it has beautiful little drawings, pen and ink style drawings. Wonderful. And so I just feel so blessed. This was one of my very favorites when I was growing up, the original Borrowers. And this one has the borrowers afield, the borrowers afloat, and the borrowers aloft in it. Number 5, Irish Whiskey, a book so bad that you would need a drink to get over it. This is gonna be, I like how Kelly answered this with a story about whiskey, but I don't even have one of those, I don't think. So I will just say that the book that I have had the strongest reaction to as far as not liking was Dr. Zhivago. Boris Pasternak, I think, is the author. And it's the only book in my whole life that I have ever thrown across a room, thrown into a wall. And then I went a few days later and picked it up and finished it and threw it into another wall. I really didn't like that book. Irish Dancing, a book so good that it made you want to dance in excitement. I don't know if this really made me want to dance, but it was a book that just completely filled me with joy. And I will say The Land of Green Ginger by Noel Langley. And this is an Aladdin-esque kind of tale. Baby who is born to the emperor, who happens to be Aladdin, and he is trying to figure out what to name his new baby son. And the genie from the lamp comes out, tells him not only what he should name his son, but also what his son's purpose is. And it is so funny. And there are so many little things that come out and just surprise you and make you smile. And yeah, it was constant laughter reading. Number 7 is Ireland, a book that made you travel to a different country in your mind or in real life. This is Happiness by Niall Williams. This was a book that was kind of about a town that was a throwback in time, even though it was a modern day town in Ireland, and about a young seminary student who was really just not sure that seminary was for him. And he went back to this little town where his grandparents lived in order to discover some things and take some time to ponder and wonder. And I loved the people in the town. I loved his grandparents. I loved the friends that he discovered while he was there. And it was just such a sweet, easy, quiet, precious read. And so that made me travel to that little town in Ireland. And lastly, The Pub, a meeting place in a book that you'd love to go. So for this one, I said The Green No. So this is the story of a young boy who has been at boarding school. His father and stepmother live in India, and he has never met his great-grandmother, who was his mother's grandmother. And she lives at this family house called the Green No. And this house has so many secrets and so many stories and so much history. Tolly is the boy here, and he's about to go on this trip to meet his great-grandmother and see Green No for the very first time in his life. And he meets some other characters along the way. and while he is there. And so this would be my choice of a meeting place. I would love this if we could meet up at Green Knoll. And that is the tag. So I hope you all are having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I have my green shirt on. I have many green shirts. Tried to keep this a little bit St. Patrick's Day themed, you know, in the tradition of Irish writing and writers. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you, Kelly, for tagging me, and I will see you again in another video very soon.